What is up to my 9 favorite subscribers, and welcome back to another video where we do a technical analysis of the Bitcoin price. So as you can see right now, we have had a lot of downwards momentum. As I mentioned in the previous videos, often when we get a pullback like this, we're going to be revisiting the levels sooner or later, and that is exactly what of course has happened just a short while ago. Right now we are looking at a recovery, some relief of the Bitcoin price after we had a major dump and a lot of liquidations. However, it is uncertain if this relief will actually continue because all signals right now point towards us being still in a downtrend. So if we continue the line right here, as you can see, that is the current downtrend that we are actually in. And then we have another line right here, which was the uptrend that we were actually in. But of course, we have broken that trend and we have broke down it right here, while at the same time turning these levels of support back into resistance. What we would be looking out for in the short term to get back to some more positive sentiment would be for us to break above this line that we had for the uptrend and then continue above and also break this downtrend right here and reclaim some of these levels that are currently at resistance, sitting around 112 to 113k, and claim them back as support. So once that happens, we could be a little bit more confident that this is just a regular bull market pullback and that this is not the end of the bull market. So in another scenario, what we could see is that we're going to be hitting this line of the uptrend that we were in, but then basically confirming it and bouncing back down, and in that case we would be looking to go back to the levels around 100k, which means we will have a third wick into that level, and with the third wick that could be the final one for us to push through these last levels of support at around 100 and then head over to the 98k level. So that is how it's looking on the 4-hour time frame. Let's also take a look at the daily time frame. As you can see right here, this doesn't look too good for us as well. We had a rising wedge, which of course is familiar for the buyers losing momentum and often breaks down to the downside, which we did right here. We bounced off on the current uptrend, as you can see, which is the line right here, and had a short-term uptrend that we broke down and are currently also looking to close below the current uptrend and confirm it, leading to potentially more downwards momentum. So also on the 1-day time frame, there is currently no signal that is really bullish for Bitcoin at the moment. Lastly, taking a look at the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we are still in range. So we have been trading in this parallel channel from 2023 all the way up until now and are still trading in this channel. So even though we saw lower momentum, and of course we saw a lot of dumping and liquidations, we are still in the channel. So as long as we don't break down from this channel on the weekly, we are still in what I would almost call a safe zone. And what I mean with a safe zone is just simply a zone where we don't have big warning signals, because if we're gonna be breaking down here, definitely some big warning signals should be going off right here. Then also taking a look at the ETF flow table, we had a bunch of outflows after a momentum of inflows for the last days, with pretty significant outflows on the 16th of October. So we are currently continuing the outflow trend, and it is very interesting to see what is going to be happening on Monday, as of course the stock market will open then again and we will have an increase in trading volume. And lastly, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, we took out a lot of liquidity on the downside, which was piling up, and it looks like right now the most liquidity is currently on the upside. So Bitcoin tends to move towards the price where there is the most liquidity, so I expect us sooner or later to definitely grab this liquidity. So a potential reversal is still on the horizon. However, we could also possibly grab the last bit of liquidity on the downside before such a thing happens. So that was the short market update. Again, thanks to my 9 favorite subscribers. Let's make it 10 with this video. So subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one.